Hello students. In this class of business statistics, we will be discussing about business forecasting, new topic. We have already discussed about the meaning, objects of business forecasting in our previous class, and we were discussing the methods or techniques of business forecasting, and we have already discussed four techniques of business forecasting in our previous class, that is business barometers, extrapolation or mathematical projections, time series analysis, and regression analysis. In this class of today, we will be discussing other techniques that were left. I will be discussing modern econometric method. This method is very old, but under modern times, with the development of computer techniques, this method of forecasting has gained much popularity. Use of econometric is to propound mathematical economic theories and to apply statistical processes on them. The expert who applies them are economists, the statisticians, and mathematicians under it. On the basis of variables, decisions about several bivariate equations are taken, and thereafter, on the basis of these, growth models are developed, which are used for projections of future activities of business. Presently, for short term forecasting, only statistical techniques are used on the basis of concise information. In times to come, large companies shall develop revised econometric models which shall facilitate them in forecasting for their business. This method of forecasting shall be remembered that econometric models require greater data so that they can be interrelated. When data are available in limited quantity, use of the method is not appropriate. The econometric method of business forecasting is quite difficult and complicated. The modern electrical computers are used to simplify mathematical process. For the success of this method, the availability in adequate quantity of correct and reliable data and the availability of expected operations are very important. It is difficult for every businessman to prepare a model for every economic factor, which is very expensive, hence, this method is not very popular. Then we come to another method, that is opinion polling. Under these methods, opinions are sought from different people and forecasts are made on that basis. For example, for forecasting demand of a product, surveys were conducted in which vendors, wholesalers, and retail businessmen, marketing experts, consumers, etc., are contacted and their opinions collected, which serves as a basis of forecasting. In USA, Michigan University Research Center conducts annual surveys for knowing the future demand of consumers. It provides several information about short-term demand, for example, demand of television, uh, cars, and other consumer durables. Similarly, in India, the Economic Times and India Today papers publish forecasts prepared by them on the basis of survey conducted on a number of issues. However, the success of this method depends upon the surveyor also. The another method is input-output analysis. Under this method of forecasting, coefficients of input and output are calculated, and with the help of these coefficients for the given inputs, contemporary outputs are estimated. It is comparatively a new method a new method of business forecasting. Still, it is widely used for this purpose. Under it, forecasts are made according to the areas, and from these, forecasts are prepared for the entire economy. Then we come to another method, that is causal models. Causal models, no doubt, are mathematical models which expresses the cause and effect relationships. These models are quite helpful in finding out future projections on the basis of relevant and complete available information about the model of the problem under study. By using all information, the forecasts are obtained. It is compulsory to make amendments and enlargements regularly. On account of its complicated process and expensive one, small businessmen are unable to use this technique of forecasting. So, for selection of suitable technique of forecasting, there are so many factors. First factor is adequacy and availability of related data, facts and information relating to business forecasting. Number 2 is speed of forecasting, short term or long term. Number 3 is object of forecasting. Number 4 is usefulness of forecasting for business enterprises. Number 5 is availability of time and money. Number 6 is desired level of accuracy. Number 7 is specific step for chronology of product of life. Number 8 is facilities for computer and internet etc. should be available. There are certain limitations of forecasting also. Forecasting is not free from criticism. Some people say forecasting is useful as a crystal ball and such discard it. Some calls it that a lot of mental exercise which has to take place in which unnecessary time, labor, power and money are wasted. They feel that it is just a future estimate and future being uncertain so activities are not firm and stable. Thus, there is no need of forecasting. Its limitations are number 1, lack of 100% correctness. Future being uncertain, it is very difficult to predict with certainty for future happenings. The 100% correct forecasting is an utopia. As such, this demarcation should be well understood and which should be kept in mind. Number 2, forecasting is based on assumptions. Since it is based on certain assumptions which may be true if other things remaining the same is correct, abnormal change in situation cannot be anticipated. Only normal course of events can be assumed. Possibility of errors and omissions. In forecasting process, some amount of guesswork is inherent which has to be accepted. The guesswork can be minimized by factual statistical data, economical and mathematical analysis, judicious decision making, and past experience to the management. So, the task of business forecasting is very complex and complicated, the fulfillment of which should be done with completeness. Future events are also affected by economic, political, and social events, etc., since they are of diversified nature. The significance of different techniques goes on changing constantly, and under such circumstances, statistical techniques cannot provide full and complete certainty to uncertain future. But it does not mean that we should not take up forecasting, which may still be more harmful. As such, to make the technique of forecasting as more useful and effective, following precautions can be made. Business forecasting is not an end to itself, it is a means to an end. Forecasts are not a target or an end, they are simply means to help management in decision making. Forecast must be revised in the light of knowledge, experience, and judgment of the decision maker. Whatever technique of forecasting is applied, circumstances differ under every state of affairs. Hence, forecast should be suitably revised on the basis of knowledge, experience, and judgment of decision maker. Continuous revision on the basis of latest information. Business forecasting is a constant process. Therefore, on the basis of available latest information, forecast should be revised after scanning the forecast already arrived at. Analysis of deviation between forecast and actual. If there is any difference, then proper analysis should be made. I hope you all understood this class. Thank you for this class.